Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today we're going to be going over the differences between the Knipex 8603 250 pliers wrenches, this is the 10-inch version, versus the all-new Icon PWG 10s. And this is also a 10-inch version of the pliers wrench. Now, Knipex tools are the original inventor of this particular design of tool. It's one of the best tools, best hand tools that's hit the market in the last 25-30 years. It's really an excellent set of wrenches. And with Knipex, they come in a variety of different sizes. Now with the Icon, as of right now, the 10-inch version is the only version that they make. Now Icon is the upper end tool line of Harbor Freight tools. So a lot of their stuff is really good too. If you're looking at wrenches and socket sets, toolboxes, they really compare well to higher end, especially mechanics tools. And they like to compare their stuff a lot to Snap-on and Mac. So they're really good tools, and these are going to be Taiwanese manufactured, where the Knipex are going to be made in Germany. So we're going to go over some of the aesthetic differences, some of the more technical stuff, their weights and stuff like that, and then we'll check their performance out against one another to see how the Icon fares against the original Knipex 10-inch pliers wrench. So some of the first differences that we're going to look at are going to be in the design, the overall aesthetics of these two different tools. So one thing that I can tell you is immediately when you pick up the Knipex versus the Icon is there is a significant weight difference between the two. The Knipex are a lot lighter, and we're going to highlight why that is. So if we look at these two side by side, you'll notice that there's a lot of key areas where the Knipex takes some weight reduction out. So you'll see that in the jaws where they have it bellows out here on the end to give it more strength, but here in the jaw itself it's recessed, where in the Icon you don't get that. So they've shaved off some of the material there. You'll also notice it like in the mechanism here, the top jaw mechanism here. This is profiled down a little bit. This shaves a little bit of material off, where this is more squared off. You can also see it very evidently in the back of the handles here, where the Knipex takes some of the weight out of here, and the Icon is left full width. So there's a number of key areas where the Icon doesn't take out or doesn't shave off some of the weight, where you'll find that in the Knipex. Now, another thing that you notice right off the start is the handles themselves. So now Knipex does offer a comfort grip handle that you can purchase with their pliers wrenches. They're a little bit more expensive and they're quite comfortable, but I just never seen the need for me personally to purchase those. I'm quite fine with the standard handles that you get with the Knipex tools. Now with the Icon, you'll notice that the handle material itself is quite a bit thicker, and so it leans to be a little bit more comfortable in use than what the standard Knipex are. Now the downside to this is where this is a nice plastic coating, this is more of a rubberized coating, and so it's a lot more porous, and it's going to attract more dirt, oils, and grimes a lot more than what the Knipex would, where you can just wipe these off. So yes, it's a little bit more comfortable, but there's also a little bit of a downside to that as well. Now, with the adjustment mechanisms on here, the Icon has a 21-tooth adjustment mechanism, where the Knipex is a little bit less than that. It has an 18-tooth adjustment. So that's going to make the teeth on here a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger than what you'll find on the Icon, but the Icon has a more fine tuning, if you will. Does that make a significant difference? I haven't seen it to make a significant difference, because the way the pliers wrenches work is that you just get them open to wherever you need to, and then they have a range of adjustment that allows you to get onto different size fasteners. I don't see the need for the extra fine tooth adjustment, and I actually prefer the little bit thicker teeth on here, which is going to lead to more strength in the tool itself. So we're gonna see what the travel is difference between the two in those different in the different mechanisms, to see which one has more range as well. So one of the things that I wanted to check out is the amount of travel that the jaws have whenever they're from their open to closed position. So I've set these two up with the varying teeth pattern. I just had to get it as close as I could. So I opened it up to a mid-range, and right now they're both sitting at right around 5/8 of an inch in their open position. So this is just under 5/8 of an inch, and this one is right at 5/8 of an inch. So it's about as close as I can get them. So first we'll look at the icon. So we go from 5/8, and now we'll get them to their fully open position. We'll see where we land at. And that gets us out to almost, but not quite 3/4 of an inch. And if we do the same thing with the Knipex, open them up to see what their range is, and we get a little over 3/4, a little over 7/8 of an inch. So there's quite a bit more range, open, close range per tooth in the Knipex than there is in the icon. But the icon has a few extra teeth to allow you to fine tune it a little more. Does that make a significant difference? I don't really think so. I still prefer the larger teeth of the Knipex because I feel that it's going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more robust. I haven't noticed any difference though. Over time, maybe that will come into play, but as of right now, I don't really see a significant difference between the different teeth pattern affecting their usability. Now, one other difference to note is that the Knipex actually opens up about an 1/8 inch further overall than what the icon does at their fully open position. You get a little over 2 inches out of the Knipex. So if we set that on there, we get about 2 1/16, and on the icon, it is just under 2 inches. So you do get just a little bit more range out of the Knipex than the icon, and that I don't know that would be a huge detractor from these tools unless you have the need to get on something that's 2 inch, but then you would probably want to go up to a larger plier anyway. Now, I've had the opportunity to use both of these pliers wrenches on a wide variety of fasteners, and what I can tell is that the icon is pretty much on par with the Knipex when it comes to usability, functionality. They're a little bit more comfortable to use, but one thing I did notice is there's a little bit more handle flex in the icon brand than there is in the Knipex brand. Now, that being said, Knipex is a very reputable company that has been around a very, very long time, and their tools they have a very high standard of quality. The icon's a little bit newer. It may prove that the metal in the icons are inferior to those of the Knipex, but that being said, icon also comes with a lifetime warranty. So if for any reason you were to fracture or break the icon wrench, then you can very easily take it into Harbor Freight. They'll replace it, no questions asked. It's a very easy warranty process through Harbor Freight. Where Knipex, they are also lifetime warranted, but the warranty process could take a little bit longer. Now, the biggest difference for me is going to be the price. And if you are someone who is only using your tools, say you're a mechanic, you don't loan out or nobody else uses your tools, I would say go with the higher end stuff, even though they're a little bit more expensive. If you're a little bit more frugal, or if you have multiple people that use your tools, then I would say go with the cheaper version, with the icon version, because it's a pretty significant price difference between the two, and they perform almost as well in every respect as the Knipex. I think they both have their place. And for me, the Knipex are going to stay in my shop where I use them personally for myself. And then the Icon brand, I'll probably end up picking up a couple of more of these, actually, putting them on my tool trailer where multiple people are actually using my tools, so that if for any reason it were to walk off, get lost, stolen, anything of that nature, it's going to be a little less painful on my wallet. As far as the quality, I think the icons hold up really well for the Knipex, and especially for the price difference. You're getting a lot of quality out of the icon and a lot of usability for a very significant price difference between that and the original Knipex. I will buy both for different uses. The Knipex stay in my shop. Icons are going to go on the tool trailer. I think that you can't go wrong with either one. If you're looking for higher end quality, stay with the Knipex. If you're looking for usability at a good price, then go with the Icon. My name is Ben. You've been watching the Texas Tool Crib. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.